Welcome to this gentle chair exercise to release tension in your hips and lower back. If you spend a lot of time bending, lifting, or twisting, or maybe a combination of all three, this will be a perfect class for you to help you release any tension in those areas, your hip, your legs, your back, and to help you prevent sciatica. Come into a comfortable seat and we'll arrive together. Make sure your feet make contact with a steady surface, whether that's the floor or you bring in blocks or a stool. If you're not short-legged like me, your feet may come in contact with the floor just as it is, or you may need to sit at the edge of your chair. For today's exercise, it will be helpful to have a back on your chair. We'll be using the back of the chair midway through the practice. If not, that's okay. You'll still be able to do the practice. All right, let's get started. Thanks for being here. Come into your comfortable seat and we'll, like I said, arrive together. Close your eyes if that feels safe enough for you. And notice your natural breath. No need to change your breath. We're just noticing what's present right now in this moment. You may also notice what you're bringing on your chair with you. Thoughts, emotions, sensations. And we'll see if we could just set those things aside for this short practice so we can be more present. Begin to deepen your breath into your lower belly. And let's not strive or overexert to make this happen, but gently guide your breath. You are the leader of your breath today. You can be the leader of your breath anytime you want, and it will go on breathing for you also. Just notice that exchange of being able to alter your breath and also knowing that your breath will breathe for you. Open your eyes when you're ready, and we'll begin with some Sufi circles, or also known as Kundalini circles. So we'll keep the hips, the sitting bones stable in the chair, reach forward, and go to one direction, reaching back and around. So we're rotating the rib cage around the hips without too much movement in your hips or sitting bones. And you might like to try going wide. And like a spiral, begin to go in smaller circles. The smaller the movement, the more subtleties you'll notice. So as you coil in here, you may notice it's really more your belly button now that's working to go around your hips. Let's unwind. Let's start small and go the opposite direction. And you can begin to make bigger circles, warming up the body here for our practice. And when this begins to feel complete for you, slow it down and come to a stop. Place your hands over your knees. We'll take a couple rounds of cat-cow. So you'll arch your lower back. As you inhale, lift your chest and possibly your chin forward and up. As you exhale, arch your back and tuck your chin. This is cat. So move through these spinal undulations at your own pace. And imagine the thread of your breath is pulling you forward and completes your inhale at the top of your cow pose. And that thread brings you back into cat and completes at the end of your pose. I'll be quiet for the next few rounds so that you're not beholden to my breath and you can be in your own body's experience. We'll do 3 or 4 more. Wherever you're at with your pace and your count, let's do 1 more cow. And one more cat. Come to center, neutral, and we'll open our hips. So pick up your right knee and open your hip to the right. We'll hold here for just a couple breath cycles. Bring your knee back to center, lower your right foot down, pick up your left, and open to the left. This need not be your widest opening or your biggest stretch. We're warming up for our practice today. And then come back to center. Let's pick up the right knee one more time and open it to the right. Drop your foot down slightly and come around, then lift your knee towards your chest, open back up. So we're doing some circling with our hips. Maybe one or two more. Any kind of clicking, as long as it is not painful, is okay. Listen to your body. And let this last one be your last one on the right side. And when you're ready, let's go to the left. When we do this kind of mobility, we're adding lubrication to our joints. We're removing residues so that hopefully over time we become less sticky or less tense. You can complete that as you feel ready. So here, if you do have blocks under your feet, you might slide them to the side for now. Sit on the edge of your chair, and I'm going to face the other direction, so I'm not kicking my foot in your face as we do this. So slide your hands underneath your right hamstring and extend your knee forward. We're going to pump toes. So bring your toes towards your nose and then away from your nose. This is called nerve flossing. We need stretching, and we also need nerve flossing to help, like I said, remove residues from our body, to help increase our mobility and release tension. Let's do about 5 more. Great. Set your right foot down, and when you're ready, pick up your left. Guide your toes away from you and then towards your nose. This is ankle flexion and extension. Great. Let's do about 5 more. You could do some ankle circling if you'd like. And then replace your left foot down. Step your right foot forward so that you're resting on the back of your heel. So you're bringing your toes again towards your nose here. Lift your chest. Let your shoulders relax down your back. Take a breath here. And on the exhale, guide your heart forward. And we don't want to slump down or forward bend. We're doing enough bending in our regular daily life. So keep your heart forward and just guide your chest forward as far as your lower back will allow without a bend. Breathe here. If you'd like, you could bring your hands together at heart center. And if this is enough for you, stay here. And if you'd like a little bit more, bring your right elbow outside your left knee. Press your hands in together. Breathe here. See if you can notice your breathing in your lower belly. 2 more breath cycles. Keep bringing your toes towards your face as you rest your heel down into the ground, perhaps pressing down into your left foot. Exhale, come back around, rise up, and switch your feet. So left heel this time. Draw your toes towards your face. Inhale, shoulders relax, heart opens, and bend forward. Take a few breath cycles here. So when we're bending a lot in our daily life, you've probably heard to keep a bend in your knees, and that's really important. Something else that's really important is keeping your heart forward, your chest up. I always say, keep your heart forward. Bring your hands together at heart center if that feels okay. And if you're taking the twist today, bring your left elbow to your right knee. Press your hands in together. This is going to help steady your twist. And drop your awareness into your lower belly for a few breath cycles here. Use your exhale to come back around to center and then lift back up. You can bring your foot with you. So now reach back to grab the back of your chair as you steady your body with your hands. Like we did in cow, you're going to arch your lower back, draw your chest forward, then up. If it feels okay for your neck, you can look up. Use your discernment here. This is Cobra. So we'll be here for a couple breath cycles. We'll relax and then we're going to do it again. Press down into the earth with your feet as you lift up. And release. Come back to a neutral spine. So if there's one practice out of this sequence to take into your daily life and do daily, this is it. It's called Cobra. If you're bending over a lot, it is the counterbalance to bending over. So let's try it one more time to really feel it in our body. So grab the back of your chair at the base. If you don't have a back of your chair, you could interlock your fingers and draw your knuckles down as you lift your chest. That will help with the arch in your back. Press down into the earth to steady yourself as you reach your heart open and up. Let's take one more full breath cycle here. Stay for the exhale. And then return to neutral. This time, place your hands on the base of your chair. Step your feet out a little bit. We're taking a seated bridge pose. So you might want to watch this first. And actually, I'll turn my chair in the other direction so you have a better view. So with your hands on the base of your chair, you're going to push down as you lift your hips up and then return to your chair. So let's try it together and we'll hold for a couple breath cycles. When you're ready, begin pressing down into your feet, press down into your hands, drive your pelvis up towards the ceiling. If you'd like, you could let your neck release back. One more breath cycle here. You're welcome to come down anytime. And exhale, return back to center. I'm going to come back around to you. Now we'll step our feet wider than our hips for goddess pose. Allow your toes to face slightly outward. You'll want to be on the edge of your chair for this one. And just feel into this posture. Press down into the earth with both feet. Once again, let your shoulders relax down your back. Lift your heart. Let's take an audible sigh. So take a big inhale in and then open your mouth and sigh it out. Nice. From this relaxed place, bring your forearm to your right thigh. Lift up and over with your left arm. You could turn your gaze down towards the ground if you'd like, or perhaps you might like to look up towards the ceiling. Your choice. Looking down is a bit more grounding for the mind. Inhale, come up, and we'll switch sides. Bring your left arm to your left thigh, right arm up and over, and decide what you want to do with your gaze. You might even like to close your eyes. Feel into the sensations of your body. Press down into both feet to rise back up. Let's bring both arms up. Look up. Take a sip more breath at the top of your inhale. And exhale, twist to the right. Bring the back of your left hand to your outer right thigh. And you can use your right hand on the chair behind you. Let's not use that to pull, but just to steady. So we need not strive for a deeper twist here. Breathe into your lower belly. Keep lifting your heart. Stay for your next exhale. Then use your inhale to lift your arms up towards the ceiling. Reach the top of your inhale. Take a sip more breath in. Then exhale, twist over to the left. Find your steady posture and breathe with ease. Once more, stay for your next exhale. Exhale completely. Then inhale, reach up. Sip more breath in. Join your palms together, and as you exhale, draw your hands down to heart center. Keeping your feet about this wide, you may shimmy in just a little bit more. You're going to take what's called windshield wipers. This one is a little more challenging, or it feels a little more awkward from a chair. So I'll show you this posture from a chair. Then I'm going to move to the floor and show you what it looks like from the floor. That way, if it's something you want to explore when you're laying in bed, it feels so good. So at the end of your day, you might try windshield wipers to release your hips and your lower back and get a good night's rest. So you'll take your knees wider than your hips. You'll inhale at center. So let's lift our heart one more time. And exhale both knees to one side. Use your inhale to come back to center. And exhale both knees to the opposite side. So you move through these at your breath pace, adding lubrication and unwinding tension in your hips. I'm going to move to the floor now to demonstrate. And this is the last posture. So once we're complete with windshield wipers, we'll take some time for a mindful moment. You can stay seated in your chair. So again, feet wider than your hips. You use your inhale to center, and exhale, drop both knees to one side. You can see there's a little more range of motion when you're on the floor or in bed. So wherever you're at with your windshield wipers, do 2 more to each side. And again, the slower you go, the more subtle, the more your body benefits from these transitions. So you may start quickly, but try to slow down, like coming to a stop sign. All right, the next time you come to center, let that be your last one. From your chair or your seat, let's close our eyes together. Just have 1 or 2 mindful moments. Release any control of your breathing. Just notice your body breathing you. Check in with your mind. How's your mind feeling after this practice? Perhaps a little less busy, I hope. soothed some. And check in with how your body and your breath feel as well. Even small, subtle shifts can make a big difference. And noticing them can make it a little easier to return to your yoga practice. The more you do this practice, the more easeful your hips and lower back will feel. Thank you so much for sharing this practice with me. If you enjoyed it, you can give it a like or subscribe. I have a whole library of chair yoga classes here for you. Thanks again for sharing your time and energy. I hope to see you again.